Do I feel good today? Did Shohei Ohtani hit a home run in the All-Star game? Both answers are absolutely yes. We have moved past the All-Star game. We are officially on the other side of the second half of the MLB season. We are now officially into the second half of July. I am the coach. This is your daily sports and sports betting brand of record. We are here live every single weekday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. We are on demand on the weekends. Now, last night, we still had picks. We still had guys doing their thing. Let's take a look at the recap screen before we even get started today. Here's what it looked like. AB, he knew what he was doing. 5-3. Nice. The crew, you guys knew the American League would fall down 3-0 and come back and score 5 straight. You guys knew. Rafael, man, Ionescu sailed over 30 yesterday. Only Soupy. And if you'll notice, we benched his ass today because he went 0-2. Now, I can't do it without my 5-tool player. I can't do it without my partner. I need to bring him in right here, right now. Because last night, you talk about nailing your picks to the T, including a Shohei home run. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, crew. Yeah, that second at bat right there, for Ohtani. He actually ended up getting 3 at bats, which is crazy. You really don't see it.
I saw that.
But that second at bat, man, he hit that thing. It might not have even landed yet.
I was actually at the grocery store real quick to buy myself some dinner, and I was going to cook it on the grill. And I turned my phone on, and I just heard Carl Ravage say, well, normally there's not very many runs in the All-Star game because the pitchers are so damn good. And I thought of you, and I was like, we need some runs here. And then right there on the radio in the car, people still listen to the radio.
Never goes away.
They still listen to podcasts, AB. Audio only, don't they?
They do. They do.
So we got
it's
a question.
Popular medium.
There you go. So we got a question for everybody. If we were to start a separate podcast where we discuss the topics on the show and we allowed you guys to be a part of it, is that something that you would like, say, around, I don't know what, AB, around 1 p.m. in the afternoon, maybe 20 or 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Think that sounds good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. If you guys think you would like that, go ahead and put yes or no into the chat. We always want to do what you want. We don't want to waste our time, but we're thinking about it. All right, AB, if you don't mind. We still have picks today. We still have crew members today. We still have guys that are ready to grind. So what is the Howie Schwab crew play of the day?
In honor of the great Howie Schwab, there are no days off at all. We are going at it with a Caitlin Clark bet today. All right, we're going. Caitlin Clark over 20.5 points. Caitlin Clark under 20.5 points. Caitlin over 3.5 threes or under 3.5 threes. Polls in the chat. Vote now, and we will update, as we always do, at the end of the show.
I knew it would happen, but and I don't want to call it Angel Reese hate, but people are starting to figure out that she doesn't own anything she does. Have you noticed lately now Caitlin Clark has kept her mouth shut, doing her thing. All that stuff has passed. Angel Reese still doing her victim thing. And now that people are starting to figure it out, you can only hide that for so long. You know what I mean? All right, AB, I'm fired up today. I am fired up today. I'm channeling you. I'm doing a little scruff today. I'm seeing how it feels for me. All right. All right, produce. Thank you very much. All right, it is time. Guys are chomping at the bit. It's time for the picks. First and foremost, shout out to Matt in the chat, everybody. We need a little DTL clap. Our man Matt says, thanks for the love yesterday. Surgery went great with the daughter. Everything's all good. Matt is back in the chat this morning. All good. And he says, let's cash some tickets. Matt, that's exactly how I feel, big boy. That's exactly. Tell the daughter we said what's up. Glad she's doing well. Now, I got a full slate today. We're going 6 wide. But where do I start? Who gets the 15 seconds? Nobody had a good day yesterday except, at least that was on the show, except Raphael. You were one of those because AB, he's ineligible for these awards. So, Raphael, my numbers guy, you get the 15 seconds this morning. You're up.
We're going to talk about what actually happened on a gambling point of view in an all-star game. So I texted you guys not to text out anything yesterday, but with Skeens getting no strikeouts, the books won over 6 figures on all Skeens prop bets on that one, but gave it all back when the game went over and gave it all back when Ohtani hit a home run So it was
Wow.
pretty much a wash yesterday. So I was talking to BetMGM late last night, and he said, "Yeah, we were all doing backflips when Skeens went out and had no strikeouts, but then when Otani hit a home run, we're like, oh, there goes all our money."
I love how the people that work at these sports books act like it's their money that they're winning and losing all the time. Oh, we can't have this happen. God forbid. It's not your money. It's the
It is.
corporation's money.
It is because when you have that Monday meeting with the president and he's screaming at you, dropping every F
Like
bomb
it's
there's
your
ever
fault.
invented,
It's not your fault.
it is. To him, it is. So I
Yeah, it's just
understand.
about
I still say it myself. I still say it.
I
It's
know
and
you
then it's
do.
not my
I
money.
know you
so
do.
yeah, I agree.
Wow. By the way, we contributed AB to that Paul Skeens money because Soupy, like an idiot, said 2+ strikeouts. He goes, he's going to see 2 innings. There wasn't one pitcher last night that went 2 innings last night. That was horrible. Soupy, if you're watching, horrible. What do you think, AB?
Well, they could have showed a little more Livy Dunn, but other than that,
Did anybody see the picture on the red carpet?
yeah.
Stop it. That dude is winning every part of his life. He is winning. Ridiculous. Yep. And then she's going back to LSU. What's going on? He is ma'am. He's live from Memphis, Tennessee. We call him DG. Daniel Greer. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, crew. Listen, I'm excited to be back home in the sweet confines of the Mojo Dojo Casa House. It's sweet here. I love it.
What the hell was that? By the way, we always like to put our stuff on Front Street. Do you know which of the 6 of us last night was begging to get out of the show this morning? Raise your hand if you were begging to get out of your appearance on the show this morning. You 3 don't raise your hand. AB, you don't raise your hand. Anybody else want to raise their hand this morning? Yeah, look back at that wall. Sit there and shut it. Now, he is the man from the dirty. Oh, he's just very quiet, very unassuming, and he just cashed tickets day after day after day. Charles, good morning.
Morning, Coach, crew, chat. Yeah, big night tonight. Very excited, as you can tell. So MLS is back. Some Europas, some Champions League. So big week ahead. Let's cash some tickets, Coach.
There we go. And he is the only 5-star chef in all of the sports betting space. He's on our crew. Seabass, good morning.
Morning, Coach. Look, I'm going to need you to take it easy on the Angel Reese slander, okay? I don't like that. Bothers my soul. But anyway, crew, good morning. Also, any of you guys who picked up the Bassett's Blend No Salt, it's finally here. It's shipping today. I know, Randall, I know you got one, so thank you. Anybody else in the chat, it's shipping out today. Apologies for the delay.
Hey, sometimes you can't control the shipping. You know what I mean? You can't control the shipping. And apparently nobody wants a podcast with us either because nobody in the chat said yes or no. So we're not going to do a podcast. It's that easy. I asked you. It was tipping, and nobody said they would like a podcast. So we're not going to do that. We're going to continue with the morning show. It's okay. We didn't want to do the extra work anyway. All right, it's time to get to the picks. We've wasted enough time. Charles, I'm coming over to you because soccer here in the States is always a daytime sport. Start us off.
MLS, as I mentioned, was back. So I'm circling 2 teams have 1 win in their last 20 matches and conceded a total of 47 goals over that span of play. So I'm keeping this one simple with each team desperate for victories while being unable to keep clean sheets. We'll go ahead and grab the over 3 full-time goals. And remember, Asian lines are available with our friends over at DraftKings, and DC United first half team total over 0.5 as Minnesota has scored at least 1 goal. They've allowed at least 1 goal in 8 of their last 9 matches as well. So over 3 full-time goals in DC United first half team total over 0.5.
And I did that entire intro, and MLS is all nighttime here in the States. Thank you, Coach, very much. I'm looking for the 2:00 start time. It's not there. They're all after 7:30 tonight. All right, Charles, well done. Well done. Didn't mean to throw you out putting you back on camera there. My apologies. I think I hit the wrong button. All right. Where do we go? Where do we go? Well, I tell you what, this man never complains about no picks, no sports. WNBA is fine with us. Raphael, numbers guy, you're up.
Yeah, 2 games on the board today, and then they don't play till August because the Olympic break. But we like Indiana's team total under. I know we love unders, under 9.5, because their last 5 road games that FIBA had played, all 5 of them have gone under the 90-point mark. These 2 teams played in early May, and Dallas actually shocked Indiana, beating them at home by 3 points. Indiana was the favorite on that one. So redemption and fever on this one. I think Indiana rolls this one. The number has dropped, open up to 4. Now it's 3.5 over at DraftKings and BetMGM. But I still think this one goes under 90 points to Indiana. I think they probably score around 85. So give me Indiana team total under 90 points.
All right, I like that a lot. A lot of things are now starting to even out in the WNBA. Hey, AB, should we teach the chat? Because I always talk about levels to this game, right? They're all complaining. Their coach, we all said yes. We all said yes. Do they not know how I run the show? Do they not know that all I got to do is just be the little puppet master and they'll put yes in there again? Do they not understand how this works?
Yeah, they're going to learn.
Engagement.
They're going to learn. They're going to learn. Big Cheesy also says, can't wait for the Olympic preview from the DTL crew. Well, keep waiting, Big Cheesy. That ain't happening. All right. Now, Raphael's gone. Charles has gone. So, as I'm looking at, there's maybe only a few degenerates out there that take Summer League seriously. Fortunately for us, one of those people is on our crew. DG, you're up, big boy.
The Summer League is just probably the worst to cap, but I will say that it is so much fun because if you can separate a lot of your bias, but also if you can kind of dive in a little bit deeper, you'll find that you kind of look at answering questions of why. And so my questions of why is, why are these guys playing? Why are they any good? And so if you look at the two organizations that I'm going with today in the Miami Heat and the Memphis Grizzlies, I'm looking at the franchises and trying to figure out, why do they want to win? Well, Miami Heat is potentially on the cusp of, do we go with Jimmy Butler? Do we go with the young guys? And they have a guy in Jaime Jaquez who is the best player in the Summer League, and he's leading their team. And that's why I'm going to roll with them. Even without Jaime Jaquez, they are still a very good team. If you look at Josh Christopher on that team as well as Khalil Ware, both guys are very good, and they are going to win today by 5 or more points. That's why I took the Heat at -4.5, -110. And they're going to go with the Grizzlies. And yes, I know I'm biased. I get it. But you could see them first time in Thomas and Mack Arena today, the return of Zach Edey. And so if you get Zach Edey, but you get the other guys, this team is loaded. If you look at their coach is the G League coach. Well, he has all these guys, especially the guy named Dickie Giroux. Yeah, he's the backup point guard, and he was his point guard for the G League hustle. So I'm going to go ahead and keep riding my guys with the Grizzlies -2.5 at -110.
Did you say the G League hustle? Is that what you just said? The G League hustle.
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
I think that's close to the Paul Heyman hustle.
I think so. I think so. I've never heard so much analysis for Summer League.
Oh,
did we
better
lose
get
go?
him back to the line,
Skip
bro.
Bayless spent 10 minutes yesterday on the fact that Bronny won a Call of Duty video game contest and how it was bad for his look. Yeah, that's what's going to kill his look. Him winning a gaming competition. Yeah, Skip Bayless. That's horrible.
He's
That's
winning
horrible.
something.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the fact they took him in the second round. He can't shoot. It has nothing to do with that. All right. Now, my crew members know the best way to get to my heart is to come strong with some golf. And when I see a 5-legger, I'm listening. Seabass, you're up.
Yeah, so I'm going a different way for you guys today. Now, we don't really get into the Prize Picks, Underdog Fantasy, Better, those fantasy sites, right, where it's all parlays. But there's a lot of really good value here, plus because of the math. So if you put this in a parlay like I've got lined up today, I'm using Better. That's Jake Paul's thing. Not that I'm a fan of Jake Paul, but this is where I found the best line. So whether you bet over or under, right, it doesn't matter. The line doesn't change, right? So if you take this Bryson DeChambeau play on DraftKings and FanDuel, I think he's -150. But in this parlay, based on the odds, the way it's set up in the payout structure, I'm getting essentially all these guys at -121. So a lot of value between if I bet, right, if I take Bryson DeChambeau and we go over that number like I've done here, 70.5, I'm going to have to lay 150. But again, in this parlay setup, it's virtually -121. If anybody, it's a lot of math. If anybody needs more information, want to do some more of that, feel free to drop me a line. I'll do it up. But anyway, we're going to take Bryson DeChambeau over 70.5. We're going to take Justin Thomas over 71.5. Zalatoris over 71.5. Ludwig, whatever his last name, Arbeg, we're going to take him over.
Oberg.
Yeah, Oberg, sure. And Sung J M over 71.5. Listen, I watch golf. I suck at playing golf. I don't handicap golf. But again, math-based like this, I'll take this every time. So I'll let Coach tell me if they're any good. But the math says this is good, and I'm going to play it.
I like it a lot. And remember, My apologies. Got a little something, you know what I mean? A little something. I don't know where it came from. So round one starts tonight around 1:47 a.m. Eastern time. So you need to get these picks in on Wednesday night. If you wake up tomorrow morning, it's way too late. Way too late. AB, I thought that our OGs, I thought that the guys that show up every single day, I thought they knew our crew. I thought they knew all of the nicknames that I've come up with that have stuck. But apparently Big Cheesy does not. Here's what he just wrote in the chat. Numbers Man has some good Olympic lines, I bet. Who is Numbers Man?
Cheesy makes me smile.
Cheesy makes me smile. I know. Him and DG always get on the phone before. How can I piss off Coach the most?
Yep.
That's what they try to do. All right. Now, I mentioned Caitlin Clark. All the love is coming back to her. I believe she's an all-star. I believe that she's going to be the Rookie of the Year. And I believe tonight she's going to have a night. AB, do you believe that?
I do believe that. Now, here is the interesting part. So we're going to take Caitlin Clark over 3.5 threes at plus 130. But here are the options of how you can go about betting her tonight. All right, because you see Numbers Man right there as the fever and the team total in the under, right? So you kind of think, all right, how do we be careful about this? So you can play either over 20.5 points, over 3.5 threes. Assists, I believe, are at 9.5, and it's juiced to the over. Rebounds, I believe, are like 5.5, 4.5, somewhere around there, juiced to the over. Or you can play the player combo prop, right, which is 35.5, and that's points, rebounds, and assists. I like the threes because we're going to go with the path of least resistance. We're not going to try to go with anything too terribly crazy. The girl likes to shoot threes, put them up. All right, 3.5, we could get there. But I think the other best way, if you don't want to play the three-pointers, is to look at the combo prop for points, rebounds, and assists, because the other ones feel dangerous.
Feels very, very, very dangerous. I love that, AB. I love it. WNBA taking center stage tonight. A lot of other things taking center stage tonight. Schwan50 says, any golf picks from the coach? Well, I'll tell you what. I will have some out live on my Twitter, on my X later today. I promise before the start of the first round, I'll have a couple of round one picks for you, but you got to follow me at the Coach Rules. Now, guys, you guys know certainly there are days where you got to pick yourself up. That we all like to talk about how our cats and dogs, offspring, kids make us proud. Am I right?
My kids make me proud every day.
Yeah. We are all waiting for that day, AB, and we all can't wait, to be honest with you. The day you walk down and say, hey, no Little Caesars box today, but you got a little one holding, I will literally fall off my chair. That'll be a great day.
I was thinking about adopting a 17-year-old and just be like, look, I got 1 year to teach you some cool stuff, and then you're on your own.
Why would you adopt somebody older than you act? I don't get that. I don't get that.
Give and take, Coach. He's trying to learn stuff. He's going to teach some stuff.
I hear that, Seabass. I hear that. So yesterday, because we had a really busy day, I was literally in the middle of taping DTL golf. It's funny how these things work. I'm taping DTL golf, and my son is out at our golf course, the one that Big Cheesy has been banned from when he comes down here to visit. And I get a FaceTime call in the middle of the show. I can't take it. I got to wait till I'm done. Is there an emergency? Does my son need something? Doesn't leave a message. Here is what he was calling about yesterday afternoon. How about a hole-in-one for your boy, his second this year? And, guys, here's the crazy part. This is the same hole. You see he flew it into the hole. Look at the ball mark right there. It flew into the hole. This is the same hole that I had a hole-in-one in January. Raphael, what do you think the odds of a father-son duo having a hole-in-one on the same hole in the same year at the same course?
Probably around anywhere between 75,000 to 100,000 to one. But I did some math. Math on this when I saw your post. So just to get a hole-in-one, a golfer is 12,500 to one. Just to get one hole-in-one in your lifetime. Just to get one. To get two hole-in-ones on an 18 course in the same play, 67 million to one. So I was doing some math. So JJ, who hit two this year, correct?
Correct. He has two this year.
135,000 to 1 for him to get 2 hole-in-ones in the same year. So congratulations, JJ. Congratulations, Coach, because I don't have kids, and to see your face and to hear like this, the response and all that was pretty cool. Like I said, I always like to hear fathers' reactions to their kids' success. So that was pretty cool. So JJ, congratulations, and let's get a third one, because a third one will be 265 million to 1 in the same year.
Oh my God.
Lay the ticket. Who's got it? Who's got it? Bet MGM.
You know who I really love messing with? Steve Scott, one of the best golfers, certainly one of the best amateurs of all time. He's never had one. He's never had one. So I said it to him. He gets so pissed off. He's like, I've never had one my whole life. He plays golf, It's just crazy. It's crazy. I have more. I have 2 and my son has 2. All right. Thank you all very much for the kind words. Keep the likes coming. Now, we've got some discussions today, but as you guys know, coming up at the end of August, I can't wait not to watch on Netflix, not to watch on Amazon Prime. I'm going to the theater to watch Reagan, the movie.
Welcome to your life.
You can run from a bully for so long,
There's no
but after a while, you're going to have to stand up to him.
What did the president know, and when did he know it?
I am about to start the biggest war of this century.
You told me you wanted to make a difference in this world.
What would you have me do?
I want you to fight!
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Wants to rule the world.
Tear down this wall. I can't wait for that. Can't wait to interview Dennis Quaid. They called me yesterday. Yes, AB, go.
Whoever did the makeup for Mikhail Gorbachev with the liver spot on the head, like nailed it, like to a T. Absolutely nailed it.
Details. I can tell you this: the movie I just did, they annoyed the hell out of me because they come up and they take a picture of the clothes you're in. If they didn't get done with the scene, they call them the continuance director or something like that, and they literally their entire job is to make sure the movie, all the outfits make sense, and that you're not wearing something different for the same scene when you shoot it on a different day. It's absolutely crazy. But I can't wait. We're gonna have so many movies to go watch this fall, and thank you to that company that is trusting in us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot to talk about. We're not just a sports betting show, we are also a sports knowledge show. It's time to educate, entertain. They're talking about seeing Twister, that new Twister movie coming out this weekend. Everybody goes, oh, man, I love Twister at Universal. My first car was totaled in a tornado. I lived in Tornado Alley in the United States. I'm telling you right now, no ride can replicate that. If you've never been in a tornado, it's awesome until your car gets totaled. All right, now, yesterday, and I'm not even going to comment about how out of shape Patrick Mahomes looked yesterday. I'm not even going to talk about how out of shape Travis Kelce, who there's no way either guy could have worked out in the offseason. They've been everywhere. But AB, Patrick Mahomes says on camera, first time that he's ever taken a television to training camp. Why? He's got to play EA Sports, NCAA, the football game that just came out. By the way, I'm still one of the voices in Madden. You're welcome. Now, he also said he's going to watch the Olympics. And so I thought about it. AB, what would be the reason that you would, if you were playing for an NFL team, that you would need to take a television because they're living at a college campus. There's no TVs in the rooms. They got to bring their own. That you would need a TV for anything at all. What would it be?
Documentaries. I'm big on documentaries. I watch a lot of that. I also watch a lot of the First 48. So I'd be watching Peacock TV because I run through the First 48. Best group is the Tulsa group of police. They're the best ones on there. It was Memphis. You got to give Memphis credit. Memphis started the whole thing, and they were fantastic. But, yeah, it'd be the First 48 for me. And shout out, back when, Madden, like 5 years ago, it was on this, like, just huge run, which it's always been big, thanks to you, Coach. But a lot of teams, when their rookies would come in, they would load the playbook on Madden so that the guys would run with your team, and you would the playbook would be your real team playbook, and they would learn it by playing Madden. So that part's smart. I don't think Mahomes is playing it for that, but yeah, First 48 for me.
Yeah, I love the First 48. I was going to say, if he gives credit to the Memphis crew, and then you did. By the way, true story. I was there recording back in the day before COVID. We had to go to Orlando to do the audio. I was there the day Tyreek Hill came in to complain about his rating at the time because he wasn't that 99 that he is now. He literally came in to complain, and I was there that day. And he was still with the Chiefs. Oh, I marked out big time. All right, DG, we're giving your city credit for being able to crack murders, apparently. So what would you take a TV to training camp for?
All right, so my wife is obviously a school teacher, and we do our trash TV during the summer. So it's got to be summertime, and so I'm going to bring it for the trash TV. Yes, we're on episode 30 of Love Island USA, and they just did the recoupling. I know you're excited just like I was, but I will say that I have to watch something at night to go to bed. Usually it's The Office for our family. It puts me to sleep, lulls me to sleep, a good show that you can always turn on. So I got to have it for my sleep time office.
Do you know who I just texted with the other day? I kid you not. After, and I didn't really watch it. Here it is right here. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. Okay.
No. See the bottom.
Can't really see that. That is Johnny Bananas, DG, who just hosted the Love Island
after
tell all or whatever. And I said, hey, man, nice job. You continue to reinvent yourself. You show up everywhere, including Love Island. But then I said, who watches Love Island? Apparently, we just found out.
Unfortunately.
Way to expose yourself, DG. Raphael, give me a good answer, please.
Like AB, I'm a big documentary fan as myself, but I'm bringing just one TV and 4 of my computers because I watch stuff all on my computers as well. I would probably need HBO because I'm right now into Stranger Things season 3 because I have to make odds for season 4 and I forgot what happened in season 3. So I need all that kind of stuff. But if I'm trying to fall asleep for my only 4 to 5 hours a day, it's either Big Bang Theory or the Food Network that puts me to sleep. So I need that, but I need my computers more than TVs.
I knew you were going to say that. I just knew it's impossible for you not to be working, not to come out with odds. AB, go.
Can we give a shout out to Raphael? You know, while we're pumping up the Reagan movie, he's got the president's autograph behind him.
Yeah.
That's
you
crazy.
don't want to know who I'm interviewing. My interview I have to do today. It's pretty bad.
We don't want to know, or we do want to know.
Kind of both.
You got Bill Clinton?
No, it's Fox.
Who
News.
is it?
Oh,
Fox News.
You're on. You're going to be on Fox News later today.
I don't know if it's just audio or video. They have not told me. I had to submit all my stuff that I'm gonna say, and the last 4 years when they did that, they all said no, we don't want you because they'll send me what I have to say, not what I want to say, and I won't do that. I will not say what they want me to say. CNN did the same thing. MSNBC said the same thing. I will not say scripted stuff. I want to say my stuff that I've researched.
Me either. Discard my 15 years in pro wrestling. I will not say scripted stuff. I will not. If you're on Fox News Channel, you better say DTL. AB, go.
If anybody remembers last year when we were at CBS, News Nation brought me on Thanksgiving Day to talk how to gamble, and I didn't take it seriously, and I'll never be able to go back on News Nation because, like, we spoke gambling, but I kept talking about, like, all these, like, crimes that were going on live, and the host was like, stick to gambling, and I was like, we had enough of the Cowboys. Let's talk about
I remember that. Yeah. I remember that. We're like, oh, way to show out for us, AB. Way to show out for us. Oh my God. That was so funny. For some reason, yeah, they never called back. Seabass, you're sitting over there very nicely. Like we were so far off the track. Yeah. You have a lot of talents that would work in a college dorm. You know what I mean? You'd be able to cook, use the kitchen, a lot of things. Why would you need a TV though?
That's what I'm saying. I don't even really watch a lot of TV. I'd be like, Raphael, just let me have my computer. But if I'm going to watch one thing, there's one show that I look forward to over the last 2 years or whatever. It's The Bear. As someone who's worked my entire life in restaurants, that is the most triggering, realistic, anxiety-driven show that I've ever watched in my life, and I love it. It's so, like, if you ever want to know what it was like to work in a restaurant kitchen, just go watch The Bear. Season 2, I didn't really appreciate for what it was because they did like a lot of character development and so that you can get in touch and understand the characters. And, you know, like TV, they want to draw you in and fall in love with the character. I don't need all that. Take me back to the kitchen. I want to see that stuff. But yeah, the Bear would be the only thing that I would watch.
It's interesting to see what all you guys like. I hate to admit it, but I also would have one for different kind of trash TV tonight on the the network that we don't like so much. Is Big Brother, and it starts tonight. And we've been in a pool. I kid you guys not. We've been in a pool with all ESPN people for the last probably 15 years. And there's 8 of us. We all worked at ESPN at one point. I think one person still works there, and we still do a pool every year and pick. So tomorrow morning we have the draft, like a fantasy draft, and we get to pick 2 people each. And if your person wins, Big Brother, it takes 93 days. They're in that house for 93 days. Oh,
yeah, no,
it's trash.
No.
You know what else has been trash the last couple of weeks? The play of one Bronny James. But it's not like we didn't call it. It's not like we didn't discuss it. It's not like we didn't bring it up on the show. But now you've got other All-Stars and a guy that's been in the line of fire, and why he didn't think that the cameras would be on him when for the last 2 or 3 days he's been tweeting about not being on Team USA and how Derek White got picked over him. Had nothing to do with anything other than Nike kept me out of it. That's what Jaylen Brown said. So all cameras are on him last night, AB, when he turned to his better half, I assume, and says, and it's mouthed, I don't think Bronny is an NBA player. On the same day, Enes Kanter, former NBA player from Turkey, said that LeBron is a dictator. That's why nobody wants to play with him. He said, look, at this offseason, nobody went to L.A. Those are facts. So have we reached a point where now even the NBA is sick of LeBron pulling the strings and doing what he wants? Because now they look to be on an island all by themselves, and they're going to be bad, bad, bad. So that narrative of playing together is now a negative. Have we reached that point, AB?
I think we have. And I mean, the thought process of LeBron controlling the NBA, I mean, it's real. Look at Adrian Wojnarowski. I mean, he's literally in LeBron's pocket, right? Like anything that LeBron's camp wants put out there, Woj puts it out there, and he fights against any negativity. You know, it's almost like the NBA has kind of become a little bit of WWE. Here's the question that I have, okay? So if you're the Lakers and you've got Bronny James, and you're going to have to figure out what to do with him during the year, because here's the issue. The NBA during the season, you don't practice because you just don't have time, right? And guys are tired. So because you don't practice, you don't have player development, right? So if you want a guy to get better, i.e. Bronny James, you're going to have to send him to the G League, because that's the only area where you could really work on your game. So I'm fascinated to see what like the distribution looks like, because he's going to play at some point. LeBron will force that. But I think even LeBron is going to be smart and say, all right, if now I'm hurting him if like we keep him on the bench and don't play him, right? So I don't know the answer to it. I don't think anybody does right now, but that's where I go to it, is like, okay, if we want the guy to actually have a chance to get better, we're going to have to sit him down there. So I don't know the answer, but yeah, I'm fascinated to see how that distribution looks.
Which completely, DG, coming off of that, defeats the entire purpose of LeBron wanting to play with his son and forcing him into the NBA right now, because it is obvious to all of us, and was obvious before this. That's what's so crazy to me. But DG, do you think the Lakers will have the guts to sit LeBron down and say, listen, this is what we need to do? We made a mistake.
Yeah, they're going to have to send him down to the G League. And I think that's understood. I know that nobody wants to admit it. I think it's understood that he can go down to the G League and develop. But in the G League, you're not really developing your shot in a sense. You're developing your gameplay. You're developing a lot of the schemes that you're running. And that's usually what happens from the G League level. It's not player development. Player development is on league wide. And so if you look at Bronny and what he's going to have to do, he's going to have to put in the extra work. So if he is up with the big team, it's the player development coaches that he's having to get his shot ready, get his floater ready, work on his three-point shot. All of that comes before games, after games, off days, in the afternoon before a game. That's when player development happens. It all comes down to Bronny. Can Bronny put in the extra work? Because he's been spoon-fed, and I don't want to throw a shot at the guy that he's not a hard worker. I just don't know. It all comes down to, can Bronny develop internally with the player development coaches? And that's really what's going to be if he can take that next leap or not.
It's really, really something that they're going to have to think about. And Raphael, with all the smart people in a multi-billion-dollar business, it seems like there was a lot of dumb decisions made here that now they're cleaning up, and we're still in the middle of July. Yes?
Yes, it was dumb decisions, but who was making that decisions? It wasn't like the Lakers. It was LeBron making those decisions. So it's we have to finger point to one person only. I know LeBron fans will be like, "Oh, that's not fair. It's not him." Look yourself in the mirror and say that, and see if you can not laugh at yourself. But I'm still blown away that the Memphis Grizzlies total season wins is 46.5, and the Lakers are 44.5. Wish the Lakers open up at 45.5, and a lot of money flooded in on the under. We can't beg for over money on the Lakers team total, but I'm just blown away at the Memphis. No disrespect, DG, but didn't think that was going to happen. I guess Edie's going to be a monster this year for you guys.
I'm trying to remember who's the only person in the sports betting universe that had the guts to say that it was nuts that he wasn't going to be drafted when we talked about it here on the show. I said he's a first rounder. No, coach, this is what they're all telling me. He's not, man. Maybe second round. Maybe second round. Where did he
I admit
go?
it. That was me.
Yeah, that was you. That was you.
I admit it. I was wrong.
You're 7'2". I said it a million times. You're 7'2". They're going to draft him, and they did. I still love you, Raphael, so much. Seabass, come over to you, big boy, because we are at a point now. And what's crazy about we have LeBron fatigue, but still it's always the number one topic, the number one show. He still is the guy, but at some point, the guy apparently, now everybody else is talking, is no longer the guy. Your take?
Well, yeah, I know AB mentioned Woj, but don't forget about Nick Wright. I mean, that guy's the biggest LeBron supporter I've ever seen. You can't get enough talk about that guy. But again, LeBron is a draw still, and for the foreseeable future in terms of revenue, right? So the NBA is a business, ESPN being a business. They're going to continue to talk about him. This subject about his son continues to talk about him. It drives likes, it drives clicks, it drives views, which all in turn generate money. I mean, yeah, this is a mistake. Obviously, we've all said that from the beginning. But you mentioned it. Who's going to sit LeBron down and tell him? Well, is it going to be his buddy JJ Redick? Probably not. There's nobody to control it. So I completely agree with the comments from Cantor and Jaylen Brown, because we've talked about nobody went there. Nobody went to LA to play. As far as Bronny and development, LeBron even said it in an interview. He'd be fine if he never played in the NBA. He could sit at home. He's taken care of for the rest of his life. He can play video games, to which he did, and apparently won something there, which is awesome for him. But again, like if you look at it from this, it's a circus. People love to go to the circus. They're going to buy tickets. They don't care. They don't care. They're going to go.
Think about it. I mean, nobody would want to play for the greatest franchise in the history of the NBA. Nobody wanted to go there.
Well, they didn't want to play for the greatest franchise. They just don't want to play for the second, third, fourth best player ever.
Ooh, wow. Shots fired. All right, Seabass, we will end right there. We will end it right there. All right, if you guys weren't here at the top of the hour, it's all good because we go through all of our picks very, very quickly. We like to call it the whip around. Maddie Logan says, can we give AB 20 seconds to come unhinged on this topic? And by the way, apparently everybody found a edited version of your appearance on News Nation.
Yeah.
Heavily edited version.
It looks like they've highly edited that clip. And the crazy part was it was right when the Idaho situation happened, which was obviously a very serious situation. And News Nation was the place to go for that entire thing. So there were, hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people watching. And they're like, hey, let's go to this circus clown to talk about gambling for a little while.
Hey, AB, at least we didn't have another talent on the show that made a joke about said Idaho happenings live on the air.
I was smart enough
at least that didn't happen to us. Yes. Oh, go find that video. All right, we've got to get back to our picks. There is no home run contest today, even though AB nailed it last night. What was Shohei? Plus 400? Plus 500?
Yep.
Last night? Very nicely done, AB. Very nicely done. All right, Charles, you've been on the bench just for a few minutes. You got that voice revved up and ready to go. It is now time. Start us off, sir.
MLS, Minnesota United, DC United. We're going to grab the over 3 full-time goals. Neither team can keep clean sheets. I could see a 2-2 and DC United first half team total over 0.5. And I have a keep you on your toes live play as well. We're going to the Europa Conference League, the Crusaders match over 3 full-time goals. Once again, Europa Conference League, Crusaders match over 3 full-time goals.
I love the stay on your toes live plays on DTL. It's becoming a nice habit that I like. Raphael, you're up.
Give me Indiana Fever team total under 9.5 minus 110. I'm going to go quickly because it can take Seabass 10 minutes to announce all these golfers. So give me the Fever team total under 9.5.
Robbie Hockey says, I'm laughing in my office on that one. There's a lot of good ones today. I've really enjoyed it. Seabass, how long will your parlay take to deliver?
Well, right after I give this honorable mention, KBO home run prop. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, over on better. We got a 5-man golf first round parlay. Strokes. We got Bryson DeChambeau over 70.5, Justin Thomas over 71.5, Will Zalatoris over 71.5, with Ludwig's last name 70.5, and Sung Jae Emmett over 71.5. Put them all together, plus 900.
It was only like 9 seconds. Well done. Well freaking done. And by the way, KBO got me through COVID. I love me some KBO baseball. All right, DG, our resident Summer League aficionado. You're up, sir.
The Heat are the best scoring team in the Summer League, minus 4.5 here, going against the Dallas Mavericks, minus 110. The Memphis Grizzlies could be the return of Zach Edey, minus 2.5, minus 110. Love both these plays today.
Oh, absolutely love them. All right, everybody's got to set my 5-tool play. AB, you're up.
Caitlin Clark over 3.5 threes tonight at plus 130. But I do have a question, mostly for Seabass, but really anybody on the panel or the crew. Look, over at Mims Force One House tonight, we're cooking hot dogs. All right, having a big hot dog cookout tonight.
Okay.
Question is this: does anybody have anything like a special like sauce or like anything that you put on a hot dog that like is really good that like nobody thinks about? Like anything creative, something where I can look cool. What do we have?
Yeah. Split the hot dog. First, you got to split the hot dog so you get that inside cooked really nice. But on the bun, the Seattle dog, cream cheese, the hot dog, some jalapenos, and caramelized onion. You don't even need a sauce. Just eat it like that. Wow. Delicious. You get that rich caramelized onion. Nothing beats a caramelized onion. It's probably one of my favorite things to put in everything. But then you get some heat from that jalapeno, coolness from the cream cheese, and then the hot dog. It's a wrap. Done.
Nobody else says anything because whatever you have to add after that will be like ketchup, mustard. That's what I'll use. Gentlemen, well done today. You guys can catch all of them, our little crew exclusive. We have a separate episode for you premium members that may be feeling a little bit left out this week, but don't worry about it. We're more than going to make up for it coming up in August and in September. Gentlemen, well done. It's now time for the closing bell. All right, what are the choices today, AB?
Well, Seabass definitely won on that hot dog selection there. We're going to definitely do that. And then the crew is winning on Caitlin Clark over 20.5 points tonight. Over 40% of the votes went to her points there. So that's what we'll all be watching and paying attention to. Caitlin Clark delivering on the points.
So we've got synergy with your play over 3.5, correct? Threes, and her points.
Yep.
That means the chat respects you. I would feel good about that if I were you, AB.
Hey, I'll take it.
Really?
News Nation, they're not calling me back, but the crew is. There we go.
Can you imagine if they called you right after the show and they pick you up, hey, man, we heard you were talking about us.
You want to come run it back?
Joe said, Seabass for the win. Isn't it nice to have a 5-star chef on your crew?
Very.
Like somebody you can go to. Isn't that nice?
Very.
That's nice. That's nice. At some point, DG is going to bring something to the table. We just don't know what it is. But he'll bring something. AB, as always, you're the man. Thank you very much. Producer man, thank you very much. Need that one shot. Real quick, for those of you that are still here, can I just say this? Because I don't pump up things often because I want them to be special. We did a Vince Russo interview yesterday for BTT, Behind the Turnbuckle. A lot of you watch it. Thank you very much. He was the Monday Night Wars. He was the guy that wrote all of those Stone Cold, Rock, Undertaker episodes of Monday Night Raw to get the company to where it was and then launched. We did 90 minutes with him yesterday, and it felt like 9. It's going to be a 2-parter, and I'm telling you right now, you're going to start to see clips today. You guys have to check that out. It's an absolute. If you want to learn about the wrestling business, that's the interview you want to watch. I'm telling you right now. It's absolutely amazing. All right. It is now time for you to go out into the world. Time for you to pay it forward. Be kind to one another. And understand we're going to get there every single day forward. We're going to get busier and busier and busier just for you. And I was just kidding about that podcast. Oh, it's starting. We're expanding in 3 weeks. More details to come. Understand this. There's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. My tie crew, Lobo. My man from the Dirty Charles. My numbers guy, Raphael. My 5-star chef, Seabass. My man from Memphis, Tennessee, DG. Can't do without my partner, AB, and the producer man always behind the scenes, making the show look like $1 million. I am simply the coach, trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's truly what we're all about every single day right here at Driving the Line. Good luck.